Good morning, good morning. How's everybody doing today? Thanks for joining. I know it's a little bit last minute, but that's okay. Those that can't join us live, they'll be able to watch the session afterwards. So how's everybody doing? Nice Thursday. It's a gorgeous day out here, nice and sunny. So I'm going to be getting my butt outside. Going to warm up and start up my smoker. Gonna smoke some chicken drumsticks today to have for dinner with the family. So I'm looking forward to that. I'll share some pics with my followers on Twitter if you guys want to check them out. Gonna look good. Gonna do some hickory, I think. Maybe some hickory. We'll see. I'll see what kind of wood chips I have out there. But yeah, anyways, thanks for joining. I know it's last minute, like I said, but you guys seem to be available all the time. I don't know what you guys do for a living, but you guys always seem to be available, which is awesome. I mean, you know, the level of dedication you guys have is tremendous. So look at these markets, huh? Beautiful. Look at the dollar. I mean, if you've been following us for any length of time, you would know that we've been talking about the dollar getting stronger for quite some time. In the Araujo reports, we've been outlining the reasons why we thought the dollar was going to get stronger. And, you know, it's just played out exactly as we had suspected it would. So really amazing to see. Any of you make money on any dollar long trades? Anybody? Or short the euro? Euro was another one. Shorting the euro was another really good one. Big drop in price. Really good drop in price there. And we don't see this slowing down. We don't see this slowing down. More is coming. All right. So what do you guys want to look at? I know I threw out the question. You guys were telling me you guys want to look at gold. What's been happening with gold? We see that price has been dropping from the area of supply. Okay. Remember we were talking about this? We were talking about how the institutions were going to lure retail traders into getting long. You remember that? Okay. And what took place? I'll tell you what took place. I could show you. What did they do? Okay. That's what happened. As they were increasing long positions, the banks, okay? That's what they were doing. That's what they were doing throughout the year. They were increasing long positions. And if, you know, somebody wasn't well versed in how the institutions move the markets, they would look at the data and they would say, oh, you know, the banks are increasing long positions, so I guess they're going long gold, and, you know, they're going to push price upwards because of all the buying. Right. You would think that. But if you didn't realize how the banks manipulate the markets, and how they push price with buying, you know, upwards. And if you weren't able to understand that this was an institutional area of selling that we expected to see a drop from, then how would you know that that buying was going to lead to eventual selling? You wouldn't know that. And this is what happened right here. Is it a mystery as to why it dropped? No, it's not a mystery. Okay. After they lured all the retail traders into, mostly into getting into long positions, then they reversed the market. That's how it works. Okay. So now we see it weaker, and it's making a move to the downside. All right. A very significant thing is happening right here. Take a look. You see this area here? This was an area of institutional buying. Okay, the institutions were buying gold here at this level between the 1850s and 1920s. This was a buying area. Now, if they wanted to push price higher, they would have done so already. All right? Remember, price was here. I alerted everybody right here. That was at 1988. I said, more weakness is coming. Alert, alert. More weakness is coming. If you're thinking about buying gold, don't. All right? Remember this big rally up here? Remember what caused that? Yeah, the media. You know, the media that's supposedly your friend? And they're supposed to tell you the truth about what's going on in the world? Yeah, the media got everybody luring lured everybody into going long over there. Okay, so what do you think was happening here? I mean, we knew what was happening here. We knew it was all manipulation. We knew that the media was just causing people to buy as the banks were selling to them. Okay? And now all those people that bought gold at 2000, 2025, 2050, 2000, where are they now? Now they're stuck, if they're still holding the positions, now they're stuck with positions that are in the minus. And this is going further. Okay? You see the arrows that we have here? We've had them here for a few weeks now. Why is it? Because we know that it's very likely gold is going to drop. Why? Because of our analysis. Okay? Because of what we call the Sherlock analysis system that we do. It's the system of analysis, completely different than anything you can find out there, that is analyzing what the institutions are doing with price based on what they have done in the past, and we're looking for the evidence to build to suggest whether or not price is going to go in either direction, up or down. And so the conclusion we came to with this one was that it was definitely going to be dropping. I mean, everything was there. We saw this coming from a mile away. You know, I was just having a conversation with a gentleman yesterday. And I was out with some friends and saw this guy. A friend of mine introduced him to me and said, "Hey, you need to speak to my buddy. He's into trading, and he's the guy that you want to be talking to." So I was talking to this guy, and he's an older gentleman, and he says, you know, he's just looking for a way to exit the working rat race. He's an older gentleman. He can't be working for much longer. He showed me his hands and the blisters on his hands. And he's like, you know, so I'm looking to like get into trading because I heard that, you know, a lot of people are into trading, blah, blah, blah. And a lot of people into crypto. Everybody keeps telling me you should get into crypto if you want to make big money. And as I'm just sitting there listening to him and looking at him into his eyes, I'm thinking to myself, boy, oh boy, this guy has no idea what he's getting himself into. No idea. And if I don't make this guy realize what's going on, then he could find himself in big, big trouble, because he's talking about this school that he signed up for. He spent $13,000 on these courses, and they gave him these bots, and these bots will do trading for him. And I'm just listening to this, and I'm thinking to myself, you know, try not to shock this guy too much when you tell him what you think, because he's not expecting this. And, you know, he went on and on. He invested $8,000 with some guy from Europe, and they put it into this account, and now it's up to $24,000. And he's showing me this app that the company made, and nice little numbers printed on the screen that says $24,000. And I'm thinking to myself, does this guy realize that just because those numbers appear on an app, it doesn't mean that that money actually exists? That $8,000 could have been taken and spent already? And I said, he goes, yeah, so what do you think? I'm like, you know what I think? I said, look into my eyes. Look straight into my eyes. Listen to what I'm about to tell you, okay? Get your money out. If you have $24,000, get your money out as soon as possible. He goes, why is that? I said, because you can't trust anybody in this business, okay? Anybody that says, give me your money and I'll put it into an account. I won't show you what I'm doing with it, but I'll just let you have an app. And the app will show you every few days that the value of your investment is going up. I said, this doesn't sound good. You know, this doesn't sound good. So after chatting with him for a while, I was trying to impress upon him how this system, this market is all geared towards you losing money. That's it. The system is rigged against you. And if you don't understand how it works, you're going to find yourself on the opposing side, which is what most people do. Okay? I mean, look, I could just print out something here for you to see. All right? And, you know, you don't have to take my word for it. I always say, don't take my word for it. Don't trust what I say. Never trust anybody. Okay? Never trust anybody. Let the information prove itself. If the information doesn't prove itself, don't trust anybody. Period. Okay? I'm no different than anybody else. You shouldn't trust anybody. No matter where it comes from. You always have to see for yourself. Always do your own research. Always, you know, figure it out on your own. I'll point it out for you because it's so obvious. It's constantly obvious. But I want you to do the work. You know, that's the whole point. You can't make this knowledge your own unless you put in the actual work and see it for yourself. So let's go along this list here and see, you know, if retail traders are correct. Okay. Retail traders are mostly long gold. Are they correct? No. Okay. Retail traders are mostly short the US Swiss. Okay. US Swiss. Are they correct? No. What did the Araujo report say in regards to gold? That it was dropping. Did we get it correct? Yes. What did the Araujo report say in regards to the US Swiss franc? That it was moving up and we had monthly targets. Were we correct? Yes. Were retail traders correct? No. Retail traders are mostly long Kiwi. What did we say? Watch for the drop. Are retail traders correct? No. Aussie, what did we say with respect to Aussie? Watch for the drop. This is not going to last much longer. And what happened? Are retail traders correct? No. US CAD, what did we say? Watch for a very significant push to the upside. Did we get the push to the upside? Yes. Were retail traders correct? No. US dollar, Japanese yen, what have we been saying for the longest time? Watch for this move to the upside. Okay. Were we correct? Yes. Our targets were hit. Were retail traders correct? No. Pound, what did I say? It's going to be weak alongside with the euro. Were retail traders correct? No. They were long. And last, euro, what did we say? Expect a move to the downside. Very high odds. Okay. Were we correct? Yes. Retail traders? Wrong. You think that's a coincidence that retail traders are always wrong? Most of the time? The vast majority of the time? You think that's a coincidence? You know what's all these traders who are in these positions, you know what they have in common? They all read how to trade the markets on the internet. They go and buy your regular books, you know, the average book that you can find on how to trade the markets. It's giving you bad information, period. Do you think if it was giving you good information, all these traders would be on the wrong side of these trades? Do you think if it was giving you good information and it was causing an issue for the institutions to position themselves, you think those books would still exist? Do you think maybe, you know, some of those books would not be sold and be made readily available in your Barnes and Nobles and your Amazons and all that stuff? You think it's possible? I mean, you see books get banned all the time. You see books get removed off of Amazon all the time. Do you think if those books help to sell the idea that if you see this pattern, you should get in short? If you hear this news, you should get in long? If this fundamental situation arises, then you should jump in on gold because everybody's going to want to buy gold when there's a war? Yeah, I think so. You know, that's exactly how this works. Again, don't take my word for it. You figure out on yourself, but I'm just pointing it out. Do you think this is a coincidence? This is not a coincidence. You see how well organized all of this is? Every single chart, they are doing the exact opposite of what they should be doing. You should be selling gold if you're going to be opening up a position. You should have been selling the euro and the pound. You should have been buying the dollar, US CAD, US Swiss. Those were the trades. Everybody's doing the exact opposite. Why? Because they don't understand what's going on. They don't understand the supply and demand dynamics of what's taking place. And it's sad. And you know what? They will never understand. They will never understand. Okay? Unless they learn. So it's sad, but it's true, and that's just how it is. All right. Oil. Oil's still sitting at the highs, not really doing anything. It's ranging. It's going to be doing that for some time. And we know why, because it's, you know, contacting higher time frame areas of supply. And when that happens, price is going to sit sideways. It's going to offload or onload a position, in this case, offload. And then we'll eventually see some moves. All right. So that's pretty much it in terms of those charts. So now let's look at the SPY, see what's happening. We forecasted the move to the downside. What a surprise. Not really. We laid that out for you guys, weeks ago. There was a time where it looked like it could have gone up, but and that was because we had an area here of institutional buying. And I said, if there's going to be a push to the upside in the markets, this is going to be the area where they're going to do it from. If they don't do it from here, then these markets are dropping. Okay. And so what happened? They removed that area. So therefore the markets are dropping. Now there's a very good chance from what we are seeing. We're looking at across the board, looking at the majority of the big stocks. Okay. And we're looking at the charts on those, and we're looking at what the institutions are doing with those charts. And I'm telling you right now, and we talked about this in our sessions with members, but I'm going to give you a heads up, okay? I'm going to give you a heads up. What's happened over the last 2 years, this is what I was telling this older gentleman yesterday. I said, look, you know how many people are starting to get into the stocks right now? You know how many people during lockdown start to think to themselves, oh, I can't work, so, oh, look at the markets, they keep on going up. Maybe I should get into stocks. You know how many people are buying How to Trade the Stock Markets, Stock Market Trading for Dummies, Learn to Be a Millionaire, Scalping for $1,000 a day. You know how many people are falling for this nonsense? I said, they're luring in so many people right now over the last 2 years to get involved in the markets, all right? And people look back and they're like, wow, what a massive rally. You know, this was amazing. From, the lows of 2020, it's just been nothing but uphill. This has got to continue. This is crazy. This is so easy. Just buy and hold and make money, right? Yeah. I just watched a video the other day with Warren Buffett. Oh, that sweet old man. Doesn't everybody just love that guy? Yeah, he's such a good old man. He loves doing business with Bill Gates, the guy that's, so inclined to inject chemicals into your children. Yeah, such good people. Anyways, Warren Buffett made this video. Well, somebody edited this video, but it was at a talk that he had. I guess like a shareholder meeting or something like that. And he gave the worst possible advice, okay, anybody can take. And he said, people think that trading the stock market is so easy. It's not very easy. But let me show you. Over time, the stocks will go up. Your portfolio will go up. You got to look for, something like a 30-year investment. Okay, you get in and you just accumulate positions and you just hold for like 30 years. Okay. Do you know why that's the worst advice in the world? Because nobody buys a stock and holds it for 30 years. Okay. Very few people. The only people that I have ever come across that buy stock and hold it for 30 years are people that don't give a damn. People that have other things to do with their lives. They bought stock years ago and they just don't even look at it. Okay. But trading psychology tells us that if you are interested in the stock market and you buy stocks, you're not going to hold it for 30 years. He knows damn well you're not going to. Okay. But the reason why he says buy and hold is because it works perfectly for the big banking institutions for you to buy and apparently hold, because they don't want you to get in when you're supposed to and get out when you're supposed to. They want you to buy and sit on it, okay? Accumulate shares with your money, okay? At the wrong time, okay? Because what do you think everybody's doing at these highs? The last 3 months, what do you think everybody's doing at these highs? Buying stocks, okay? Because of the massive rally, everybody's buying stocks, all right? And there's 1,001 explanations as to why people are given to buy stocks. But people have been buying all throughout 2021, and the beginning of 2022. So what do you think happens when you buy stock in 2021 and 2022? You buy it and you're like, okay, hold for 30 years. Okay, I'll remember what he said, hold for 30 years. He's a multi-billionaire. He must know the true secret. So the true secret is, I'm going to hold for 30 years. So let's just hold for 30 years. And then the next day, you check your stock. Oh, I'm down. Oh, okay, hold for 30 years. No problem. Just hold for 30 years. And then 2 weeks down, you're down some more. Okay, just hold for 30 years. I'll just hold for 30 years. You know, when the markets tumble hard and the news is flashing, oh, the markets are dropping. You're like, you'll freak out. You freak out. And you're supposed to freak out. That's the whole purpose of the market, is to get you to buy at the wrong time when you were assured it was going to go up. Remember all the assurances that oil was going to go to 200? Remember that? You remember that? Yeah. I remember that. I pointed it out. Remember? Oh, it's going to go from 90 to 100. Sweetheart, yeah. It went from 90 to 100. They said, and it did. Well, sweetheart, it's 125 now. And now they're saying it's going to go to 200. Man, you know how much money we can make? Sweetheart, just let me borrow some of that money that your mama left you. Let me borrow some of that cash. You got some cash. I know you hide some. I know mama gave you some money. Just give me some of that cash. Sweetheart, I'm telling you, it's a done deal. I just made a shit ton. You know, Goldman Sachs is the man. I'm telling you. I've been watching this documentary called Titans. Goldman Sachs, he's a good guy. You know, he helped us win the war. He's a good man. If it wasn't for him, we would all be speaking German. Yeah, we would. So listen, he just said 200, it's going to 200. Let me borrow some mama money and I'll pay you back with interest, sweetheart. You want interest? 25%? I'll give you 25% interest, girl. What happened? They're broken up right now. Yeah, that's right. They're broken up. So anyways, don't fall for this shit. You know, don't fall for it, because that's what Warren Buffett tells you. You know, it's the stupidest advice. He knows damn well that's what a sneaky son of a bitch he is. He knows damn well that nobody has the emotional intelligence to buy something low. Okay, buy something low where they buy it and hold it for 30 years. That's what he'll do with his positions. He'll buy it at the extreme lows, you know, and take the shares off of you that he got you to buy for, you know, the $300. And then, you know, when it drops to $200, he'll take your freaking shares off of you. He'll be like, thanks, sucker. Woohoo. I sold you my shares at 300. Now I buy them from you at 200. Sucker. And then what will happen to you is you'll look within yourself and you'll be like, how the hell did I do that? And then you'll look at yourself as the problem. You'll look at yourself as a failure. You'll be like, I'm such a failure. I can't even do this right. Meanwhile, you've been given the wrong advice and you've been told to do the wrong thing. And the news that you thought you could trust is redirecting you away from success. So I'm telling you right now, and this is what I was telling to this guy yesterday. I said, if you're thinking about buying stocks right now, don't. Okay? I'm telling you right now. And if you don't listen to me, you will lose money. And then later on, you'll say, shoot, I should have just listened to that guy. So instead of making that mistake and then kicking yourself in the ass down the road and saying, shoot, I should have listened to that guy, just listen to me now. Don't do it. Okay? Don't be buying stocks right now, because everything that we see on the charts is indicating to us that the markets are going to drop. Okay? The markets are going to drop. And where are they going to drop? They're going to drop down to levels that were established before the rally of COVID. Okay? Very high odds that happens. Very high odds. So do we know 150%? No. But if I had to apply a percentage of how sure I am that this is going to happen, I'd say about 80%. Okay? I'm about 80% sure that the markets are going to drop to pre-pandemic levels. Okay? So you think about this whole scam. It was the biggest transfer of wealth of all time. You know, some say 40% of all the American money that was ever printed since they started the American dollar was printed in the last 2 years. Okay? And the markets rallied. Money was printed and the markets rallied. Okay? What does that tell you? Think about that. And now, after it rallied, who did they sucker to buy the market at the highs? Yeah, because if they're going to rally price up, they need to take profits at the highs. For them to take profits, they need some sucker to come in and buy off of them. And so what do you think they're going to do? So they made money on the way up, and then they're going to short the markets and make money on the way down. And then when it gets down to pre-pandemic levels, guess what they're going to do? They're going to start reaccumulating again. And by that time, you know how many people would have lost a shit ton of money? You know how many people who had businesses, worked full time, had savings, they lost their jobs because they weren't willing to inject themselves with some shot that everybody, including Gates, was saying, trust us, it's good. Yeah, you'll like it. Okay? I know everything about these things. I'm a billionaire who wants to make more money on shots. Yeah. And Dr. Fauci, it's good. Yeah, just take the shots. You know, I tried to kill people with the AIDS hoax, but this is good. Trust me with this one. This is good. All these corporations making these these serums, they've all been charged and brought to court and found guilty. They have to pay money out because they're trying to kill people and lie to people. But they're being honest now. Okay? Yeah. Let me offer ice creams to kids to lure them into getting shots. You should trust us. So we're seeing this drop. We're seeing the markets drop, and they're going to take it down. You know, how many people lost their jobs? Okay. How many people lost their jobs because they didn't want to subject themselves to this stuff. And they came home and they're like, what am I going to do for work? Everything's closed. What am I going to do for work? And they said, oh, well, you know, the stock market. You know, Susan, she always tells me that her and her husband, they like to look at stocks. And I was thinking, sweetheart, you know, I'm good with numbers. You know, I like numbers. 2 + 2. You know, 4. Test me out. 4 times 8. Let me think. Yeah, see, I'm pretty good. 32. Isn't that 32? I'm pretty good with numbers. You know, look, the markets just keep on going up. I could trade, sweetheart. Let me take some of my savings, okay? I'll look at the Wall Street Journal. I'll go on MSNBC. I'll see what the experts are saying. And I'll take our savings and I'll make money from it. Yeah. Okay? It wasn't enough that they took everybody's jobs and screwed everybody and injected them with these shots. It wasn't enough that they did that. Then they had to stop all the oil pipelines and destroy the production of oil, at least hinder it incredibly. And then this fake situation in Ukraine that they just don't tell the truth about. And then they create and fabricate this situation. You know, they created the increase in costs of food. They created it. Started 2 years ago, shutting down all the businesses, doing all that stuff. So not only did they take away your job and force you to inject yourself with gasoline and, slow down the production of oil, raise the costs, raise everything, raise the cost of groceries. Now, that little bit of hope that you had, maybe I can make some money with the markets, they lured you in only to punch you in the gut and laugh in your face as they take away your goddamn savings. Okay? This is who we're dealing with. Okay? This is who we're dealing. And then you watch the Titans documentary, and it's like, then Goldman Sachs stepped in, and saved the United States. Oh, Oh, is that what they did? Oh, yeah. I don't think so. J.P. Morgan. There was a time where J.P. Morgan was thinking, how am I going to save our country? And then he came up with this idea to loan the money to the U.S. government. But then he was disappointed because the Federal Reserve was created, and they left him on the sidelines. Poor J.P. Morgan. Bullshit. Bullshit. All bullshit. That's not even what happened. J.P. Morgan, Goldman Sachs, Rothschild banking dynasty, they are the ones behind the Federal Reserve. They are the ones that have diminished the value of our dollar by 99% in the last 100 years since they started the Federal Reserve. Okay? They are the ones that caused the inflation. They are the ones that pretend and fund all these organizations. They are the ones pulling the strings with the governments. They are the ones pulling the strings with NATO. They are the ones pulling the strings with the United Nations. You understand? So these documentaries that are painting these people out to be the greatest people in the world these documentaries are being paid for by these people. So you want to know who these people are? They will take your money, take your job, take your business, inject you with poison, inject your kids with poison, teach your kids that they should question their gender, set people against each other, devalue your money, make the cost of your food go up, and then tell you it's a good time to buy the stock market so they could turn against you and put a knife in the back of your neck. Yeah, that's who you're dealing with, okay? So if you don't know who you're dealing with, don't trade the markets, okay? If you're going to be trading with moving averages like a sucker, I'm sorry, but you're a sucker. If you're using moving averages, Bollinger Bands, bat formations, RSI, MACD, and all that horse shit, God bless you if you can find a way to make money doing that. I have not talked to anybody that can consistently do that. But do you understand that the bankers want you to use that? Do you understand that? Do you understand that the bankers want you to use those stupid indicators that are just like, well, this is what happened, so it's likely going to continue happening? No, that's not how it works. The market doesn't work that way. Okay? The market doesn't work that way. I'm sure the market is finding a lot of support with a lot of moving averages right now. I bet you they are. Okay? I bet you the S&P is coming down to a 20 moving average or something. Okay? And guess what that's going to tell people? It's going to continue going higher. Yeah. Because you're going to find a nice little moving average that's like, ooh. And people are going to be like, oh, it's touching the moving average. Sweetheart, listen, I bought this book yesterday. Teresa, she told me about this book. And she says it's really cool. Like, the guy who wrote the book, like, he's a multimillionaire. And he wrote in this book that, if price comes down and touches that line, okay, all I got to do is just load up this indicator, and I put in 20 moving average, and then when price touches that area, you buy. I mean, it's pretty simple. Like, why have I been working in the grocery store all these years packing groceries when I could have just been here drawing lines and waiting for price to touch it, and then I buy? Now I'm going to buy, and I'm going to wait until it goes higher, and then I sell. And I make a lot of money. Yeah? Try it. Go. See how far that lasts you. Okay? That's what the banks want you to do. That's what the banks want you to think. Okay? Because they think everybody's stupid. They think everybody's stupid. And you know what? You can't blame them, right? You really can't blame them. Because they're like, we got a pandemic. Don't ask us where it came from. Don't ask us why. Just wear a mask. Don't touch nobody. Don't look at nobody. Don't breathe. Watch this one. This one's going to be great. You're going to love this one. Okay. You can go to big box stores, the ones that we own. Wink, wink. But you can't go to Aunt Henrietta's bake shop or Bill in Fred's grocery store down the street. Let's watch them. Let's watch these little suckers. They're gonna believe us. I swear to God, these people are so stupid. They're going to believe us. Yeah. Oh, watch this one. You're gonna love this one. Okay. Remember we told you wear a mask? Yeah. Don't worry about the box that sells the masks that say this doesn't stop anything from being transmitted. Don't worry about that. Wear 2 masks. Wear 2 masks. Oh, Fred, they're not going to believe that. Oh, yeah. Watch this, watch. Wear 2 masks. Watch, look, they're putting on 2 masks. Look how stupid they are. I told you they're stupid. Fred, what the hell? How are these people so stupid? Well, we've been putting shit in their food for a long time. We've been lowering their IQ. They just don't understand that. We've been teaching them nonsense in school. We teach them not to think. You know? So they're not capable of thinking. They just listen to us. Damn, these people are so stupid. I feel sorry for them. Don't feel sorry for them. They're useless eaters. Useless eaters. Yeah. We're going to plant chips into their head. Tell them what to think because they're so stupid they can't think. So we're going to tell them what to think for them. You know? Yeah, but we do that now. Yeah, but sometimes they don't listen, little bastards. Sometimes these little bastards, they don't listen. And then they get together and they have their little, they print their signs and they stand outside and they're like, we won't listen. We won't listen. So, you know, we put a little chip in their head and, oh, God, we'll make them listen. How the hell are we going to sell this shit to them? Oh, we're going to tell them that they'll be able to turn on their phones with their brain. We'll tell them, you want to turn on the air conditioning? Your mind can turn on the air conditioning. You'll be a Jedi, you know, Star Wars, you little sucker. You little sucker. You know, we've been pushing Star Wars in your head and Jedi mind tricks, you little sucker. Yeah. Oh, you kids watching those Jedi mind trick movies. You're at the age where we need to convince you to implant these chips now. Yeah. You're at the age where you have kids, so your kids will listen to you. And if your parents who are in old age homes don't want to listen, they'll have to listen to you. Yeah. Yeah. So, that's who you're dealing with. Okay? You don't have to believe me. I love when people are like, you're a conspiracy theorist. Yeah? Well then, go research for yourself. Or dig a hole in the ground and stick your head in there and pretend that you didn't hear anything that I just said. Go. Do whatever you want to do. I don't care. It's up to you. You believe whatever the hell you want to believe. I'm a realist. I like to look at things the way that they actually are. And if I feel like I'm not being told the truth, I'm going to investigate. How do you think we can predict the markets the way that we do? You think we stick our head in the sand and listen to the bullshit and believe the bullshit and use indicators and do everything that the mainstream are telling you to do? Do you think that's what we do? No, we don't do that. So you see the success that we achieve? We have success because we don't do what the mainstream is telling you to do. Okay? We don't do it. We use our brains. We use logic. We use reason. We analyze historical charts. We examine what's really taking place in the markets, and that's how we come to our conclusions. And so therefore we make money and everybody else loses money. Sorry, but it's just like that. And as long as you want to keep your head up your ass, you know, you're going to continue to lose. So there's only so much I can do. I can tell you, I can give you the information, I can explain it to you 1,000 times, but if you don't get off your ass and actually do something about it, there's nothing, you know, we can do to help you. So, anywho, BlackRock, one of those wonderful companies. I see this one dropping over time. Yeah, I see this one dropping over time. So there's a bunch of stocks that we're looking at that, look at Facebook, 14% up. Yeah. Facebook, you know, okay, look, with Facebook, I got to tell you something, okay? Facebook, I am very curious about this one. We told you it was going to drop, and everybody was like, it's not going to drop. Are you crazy? It's going to drop. I said, it's going to drop. Okay, watch. It's going to drop. And it did drop. And everybody's like, oh, because remember the news was saying, oh, you know, they're not doing well and their earnings are not good and blah, blah, blah. Remember that? Just in February. So it went from being a shit company to a superstar, up 14%. Do you really think that's what happened? Do you really think the company went from a piece of shit to the best company ever? Is that what you think? In 3 months' time, is that what you think? No. The institutions needed price to get down here. Do you understand? You understand? So they're going to tell these so-called estimators who come up with these estimates, they're going to say, here's the number we want you to estimate. so that our number will be this, and that way the reaction will be this, and it'll cause a drop. All right? We told you it was going to drop before it even dropped. Why? Because we could see what they were doing. Simple. So what I want you to know is that where Facebook is right now, where price is, if the institutions were going to start accumulating shares of Facebook, it would be down in this area, okay? It would take some time, meaning you're going to see big moves to the upside, and then it slowly drain back down. And then big moves to the upside, and then slowly drain back down. And if you take a look, what are we seeing right now? Okay? See this big move? This could be them instigating the purchase of shares. So I just want to give you a heads up on that, because over time we may start to see price make a move, a significant move to the upside. All right? Don't know 100% if that's what's going to happen, but there's good odds. So even if the market was going to continue lower, which is high odds, this one can drop down from this area, go a little bit lower, take its time, but eventually, if we looked back a year from now, you would see that this area down here between the 150s, I'd say between, 140s and 200, okay? That's the area that they will likely start to accumulate shares from. So just be watchful of that is all I'm saying. Okay, Peloton, this one's sinking. Okay, I mentioned this yesterday. It's sinking. I don't see any reason why it's not going to continue lower. All right. Nothing special happening with that one. And Tesla dropping. Do you see the video that we posted April 20th? Saying that if we had to give a direction, it would be down. Why? Because the last area that price contacted was institutional selling. Remember that? Okay. Remember, earnings gap price up right into where? An area of selling by the banks. You find that to be interesting? Yeah, it is interesting. Oh, but wait a minute. I don't understand what's going on. Wasn't earnings, positive? Yeah. It was positive to get it to come up into this area of selling where the institutions were going to be ready to sell. All right. Now, some people are reporting that right now this is Elon Musk getting out of some shares to free up some cash for Twitter, whatever. If it's true or not, I don't know. What I can tell you is that this was an institutional area of selling. Institutional meaning huge money, big money would be interested in selling. So do you think it's a coincidence that the earnings came out and it was positive and it lured everybody into buying Tesla? What do you think they would need? What do you think the institutions would need to get out of positions in the 1,000 area? What do you think? They need people to come in and buy. How the hell are you going to get people to buy unless earnings would come out and be positive, right? So what do you think? You think these guys are going to tell their estimators, hey, listen, we want you to overestimate what the actual numbers are going to be so that it comes out negative? So that everybody will be selling, so that we can't get out of our shares? How long do you think that would last? If these estimators were completely separate from these this big banking cartel and these institutions, if they worked completely separate, how long do you think that would last? If they came out and they were like giving everybody forewarning, this is going to drop, okay? The earnings are no good, so sell. When the banks want to sell, how long do you think that would work? Okay. Don't you think people would be fired and new people would be hired? Yeah. In a heartbeat. Okay. So that's how it works. They need people buying because they need to sell. And that's it. So earnings came out that were positive. It caused the price to rally up. And then everybody's like, whoa, it gapped up. Oh my God, this is going to go up forever. Elon Musk is the man. He's just so great. It's going to continue going up, sweetheart. I'm going to buy Tesla. I always wanted to own an electric vehicle. I don't have the money for it, but I'll just own the shares. And then as they're buying, guess who was selling it to them? That's right. Bankers. Ka-ching, ka-ching, suckers. You guys fall for everything. You guys believe everything. You guys fall for everything. Such suckers. Such suckers. They have no respect for us. No respect. Zero. Not only do they have no respect, they just want you dead. Okay? Which is way worse than just no respect. They would rather you not be around. Okay? And they've come out and said it. They've come out and said it. They'd rather us just not be around. They have no respect. These people are animals. Animals. So there you have it. There's another session for you with a chock-load of information, a good solid 47 minutes, and yeah, feeding the Bill Gates short. Yeah, I don't even believe that bullshit. Do you honestly think if Bill Gates, who is working for the same people as Elon Musk, don't get confused here, okay? And then you're like, oh, wait a minute. What are you talking about working for? You obviously don't understand how things work, Kevin, because Elon Musk is world's richest man. He doesn't work for nobody. Wrong. World richest man. Are you crazy? World's richest man. Why? Because the news said that? Because the news said that he's the world's richest man? Yeah, okay, sure. No, the Rothschilds don't play a role into this. No, the big banking cartel, the DuPonts, the Morgans, no. They're not the world's richest men. No, sirree. Why do you think the news is always telling you that Elon Musk is the world's richest man? Why do you think that? Because if they told you who really was, you'd be like, who the hell? What the hell? What are these people doing? What are these people doing with their money? Where is their money invested? World's richest people. Where do they have their money invested? Do they own companies? If they own companies, what are they doing with those companies? Where is their money? The world's richest people, where is their money? Oh, you know where their money is? They're smart. They're not going to own a company called, Takeover World Inc. You think the world's richest people are going to own a company called Takeover the World Inc. Incorporated, and they trade their stocks publicly, so you can go to Yahoo Finance and type in Takeover the World Inc. Type in their ticker, TWTW, TWTW, no, TOTW, Takeover the World Inc. And then you go and you look and you see, oh, shit. God, insiders trading, they own that many shares? Wow, that's a lot of money. What does that company do? That company does this and it does that. And they create fertilizers that will create toxicity in your food. They create sprays that kill bugs. Well, isn't killing bugs a good thing? Yeah, it's killing life. It kills life. And they spray it on your corn and your vegetables. What do you think it does to you when you eat it? Yeah, but you can just wash it off. Yeah, sure. Yeah, okay. Yeah, did you learn that on TV? They spray it on the chemicals. It's ingrained into the chemical. It's ingrained into the vegetable and food. You don't wash it off. It's in the food. Yeah, but they're just trying to kill some bugs. Yeah, okay. No, these people don't have a company called Takeover the World Inc., okay? So how they hide their investments is through companies like this, Vanguard and BlackRock. And then you hear what they do, and they're like, oh, we just take on investments. That's it. Your average Joe, if Margaret wants to invest $25,000 that her mama gave her, she can just buy one of our investments, invest in one of our funds, We just want Margaret to do well. Sure. No. They create these companies so that the world's richest people can invest their money in multiple corporations, okay? So that they have a controlling interest in the corporations, and you don't know that they do. Okay? That's what's going on here. That's why they do this. All right? So who owns Tesla? World's richest people. And it's not Elon Musk. The world's richest people who have their money invested in BlackRock and Vanguard own Tesla. So they own Elon Musk. Okay? All right? And then he's coming on Twitter and he's like, this Bill Gates, who the hell does he think he is? Look at this picture. Big fat belly. Let's make fun of him. Because you guys are so stupid. This is what you guys fall for. I post a picture of an emoji, pregnant man. You know, I'm advertising it and throwing it in your face that you've got to accept this. But really, I'm actually just making a joke. I'm just trying to make a joke. I'm like, doesn't Bill Gates look like this fat pig? I know that many of you don't like him because he's trying to kill you and your family. So I'm gonna side with you, and I'm gonna throw my arm over your shoulder, and I'm gonna be like, I know how you feel about Bill Gates. He is a piece of garbage. I don't like him either. He's against you and he's against me. He's trying to short my company. Yeah, 500 mil. Is that big in your world? Is that 500 mil big in your world? What do you do for a living, sir? Oh, you're a mechanic? Oh, okay. 500 mil. Is that a good number? Does that sound like he's going to take over my company? It does to you, right? You little fool. Anyways, yeah, 500 mil Bill Gates. Am I your friend now? Good. So next year when I start implanting chips in your brain, will you accept it? You should, right? Because I'm anti-Bill Gates, you understand? So, who owns Tesla? World's richest people. Okay? Who owns Microsoft? World's richest people. So, do you understand what I say that the same people who pay Bill Gates' paycheck are the same people that pay Elon Musk's paycheck? Do you understand this? You understand what I'm saying here? It's like, you know, if I own your home and you rent it from me, and I own your neighbor's home and they rent it from me, okay, I would have control over both of you and your living arrangements because I own your home, okay? So just like these people own these corporations, the vast majority stakeholder shares of the corporations, they dictate what happens. I mean, the guy from BlackRock comes out and says it, Larry Fink. He's like, we're like forcing companies to do things. Yeah, of course. And it's not, oh, we just want them to be cleaner. You know, we got to force bad companies with bad CEOs because they want to shit on a duck's head. You know what I mean? All they think about is just polluting the world, and we just wanna fix things up. No, that's not what they want to do. Okay? Don't be fooled by this guy for one little heartbeat. So these guys, they pay their salaries. You understand me? Bill Gates would be a nobody if it wasn't for these people. Elon Musk would be a nobody if it wasn't for these people. They're just the puppets on the stage. And chatting. Oh, Bill Gates, nobody likes him. Okay, Elon Musk, turn him against him so everybody will like Elon Musk. Don't you notice how everything on the news is Elon Musk? He's going to buy Twitter, and he's going to bring Mother Mary back to everybody's world. He's going to bring freedom and freedom of speech. Yeah, freedom of speech. Yeah, he's going to put a brain chip in your goddamn head, okay? Under the guise of you opening your blinds and turning on your air conditioning in your house, when really it's about controlling your thoughts. But he's going to buy Twitter for freedom of speech. You see how people are not thinking? Oh boy, don't get me started. All right. Anyways, I hope you take what I say and do your own research. Don't trust me. I've done the research. And now it's just dead obvious what's going on. I see what's going on. It just makes me sick. And I'm like, you know what? I got to do these videos. I got to do these sessions. And I got to stop these people from making bad trading decisions. And I got to let them know what's going to happen so that they don't get suckered into buying stocks. And hopefully we can all make money together. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed it. Was it fun? I had fun. I see a lot of laughing emojis here. So I hope you like my I hope you like my impressions. I usually keep these impressions for my family. I don't usually do them in public, but hell, you know, when I get inspired, why not? Anyways, hope you guys had fun and a solid hour. And we'll see you around the Telegram channel. Make sure you like and subscribe. Like the video, like it, and then like it some more, and then share it, and then tell them to like it, and like it, and like it. All right? And I'll continue doing research and collecting information and doing analysis and saving your ass from total destruction. Sound good? All right. Take care. Love you all. Bye.